Hey, Five Dudes of Views listeners. I hope you're staying safe out there and practicing social distancing. So we thought we'd release a podcast this week that was kind of relevant to all of our situation now currently. Most of us are quarantining and staying at home with not a lot to do. So some of us are probably watching TV or watching DVDs that we have. So we thought we'd release this podcast about physical media versus streaming media. It's kind of relevant to the times, and we thought it'd be a good little listen because you probably have nothing else to do. So with that, hope you're staying safe, and here is our theme song. Hit it.
5 Dudes Reviews. 5 Dudes Reviews. 5 Dudes Reviews. 5 Dudes Reviews. Yeah!
Hey, welcome back to the Five Dudes of Views podcast. I apologize, everybody. I got a little bit of a sore throat, a little bit of a cold, but I'm bearing through it, and we're going to get through it. So tonight, we are actually just going to take a topic that we're all interested in discussing, and we're going to talk about that. The topic is physical media versus digital media. So, guys, let's get some hot takes on this hot topic.
Yeah, this is something that I've actually wanted to talk about for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super curious how everyone views and listens to content.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like me personally, I prefer, and I know I'm in the minority here, I prefer physical media. I still buy Blu-rays. I buy the 4K UHD discs. I even buy normal DVDs. Like, for me, it's fun to go to. It's almost like a hunt. Like, I get to go to record stores and like used DVD shops and like see what I can find or on sale or like a bargain bin, or it's just like a deep dive. Like Do you have
a place that you go to?
I do. It's a record store in Burbank. Usually, I go to called Atomic Records.
Nice.
They have great deals.
It's nice.
Yeah, there's a place in Sherman Oaks called. This is all in California, in Los Angeles. Freak Beat Records on Ventura. But yeah, I mean, even that's my movie experience, I guess, is like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I still watch stuff on Netflix, Disney Plus, all that, but like, I don't feel like I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I don't own it unless I physically have a copy of it.
I'm the same way. Because for me, I don't think you don't actually own it. I feel like even if you pay for a subscription service, because it's happened before. I'll give an example. Disney Plus. I think they put Home Alone 1 and 2 on right after it came up. It was gone within like a few weeks.
It was after the holidays.
They took it down, and it's like there's a perfect example of how streaming. They can take stuff off and it'll never come back, and it's like you don't own it, even though you're paying. You don't own it, so that's why I think I'm very pro like physical media. For
Isn't
movies
this the
especially.
anniversary year of Home Alone?
It is 2020.
So they're gearing up for releasing it again, probably physical media. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
and that's how they're going to get money.
I'm sure they'll do like a 4K UHD
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
A lot of the older movies are going that route. They're getting the 4K UHD treatment.
Yeah.
My other problem with streaming versus physical media, you were saying like DVDs. A lot of movies aren't available on streaming, like older movies or more obscure movies.
Or if they are available, like on Netflix or something, they're only on there for a few months and then they're
That's
gone.
the other thing. They're not on there permanently forever.
You know what's super hard
They
to
come and
find is
go.
Westerns. Like, look at Netflix's Western selection.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's awful.
So that's another big reason why I'm like very pro physical media, because it's like stuff will disappear and it may never pop back up again.
Right.
It's like,
Yep.
And there's a lot of stuff it pisses me off. Like Twins. I know this is like, you're going to laugh. Twins, the Arnold movie.
Right.
It's on Apple iTunes, I think, in HD. It's never been released physically on Blu-ray. I'm
bizarre.
I
That's
hate
true.
that.
A lot of movies that aren't released on Blu-ray.
Why is that?
I want to say
That's
even
weird.
like
I think
True Lies might be like an HD source, but I don't think that's on Blu-ray.
Some things aren't
That
in
seems like an
demand.
odd one.
You
Like
know,
the-
Why the demand?
Like,
Is
is
that
the
why they're
Abyss? Is the Abyss on Blu-ray?
I feel like
I
it
don't
should
know.
be. Is
Like,
it not?
I don't know. I don't know if that is.
See, it's
actually.
like those are kind of movies. I feel like that's a crime that it's not on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
that's
I
my
bought
Here's the-
Corvette Summer on it's Mark Hamill's one of Mark Hamill's first
Yep, Annie Potts.
movies. That's only on DVD.
Yeah.
and it's not easy to get too.
right.
Yep. It's the other thing to me. God, I have so many like different like viewpoints on this.
Yeah.
But like the other thing about physical media versus streaming is, like I mentioned, like Twins has never been available in HD on like physical media, but a lot of stuff I feel like when they do the streaming, it's just let's say it's a TV show, it's just the episodes and that's it. Whereas if you buy a Blu-ray set, a lot of times you get like special features and
Right.
stuff.
Yes,
I
that's
know
true.
they do put the special features sometimes on streaming, but a lot of times they don't.
They don't.
It's
Right.
just the movie.
That's
and
true.
The other problem I have, and I think Brad, you've talked about this with me. Streaming, if your power or internet goes down or
Yes.
something, you're screwed. You can't
Yes.
watch movies. If I have the physical disc, I can wake up at 5 a.m. Don't have to worry about the internet not fucking working. Don't have to worry about going to the modem and like
buffering
yeah,
issues.
I can just throw it in my Blu-ray
Disney
player,
Plus has
put
a
it on loop, and
huge
it's playing
problem with
all
that.
night
I've
long.
noticed
I don't
that.
have to
Yeah.
worry
Yeah.
about it. In streaming, sometimes you
Yeah.
can't do that.
Well, there's like the saying, like, you don't own it unless you can loan it,
yeah.
like to a friend or something.
That-
But yeah, like I know I have like friends who they're like, well, I sold all my discs because I just buy stuff on iTunes. Like
I have a
you know,
friend
like
who did that.
Yeah,
He completely liquidated everything he owns
Yeah.
physically, sold it to Amoeba, and said he bought everything that he sold on iTunes.
I mean, I get it for like clutter issues or space.
Yeah.
Sure.
And like I guess like if you bought it in HD, they'll upgrade it to like a UHD or a
That's
4K.
exactly what he was
which
saying.
is cool.
He said that's the big perk that made him
Yeah.
want to sell everything was the
They
fact that
automatically-
he bought the regular copy on iTunes,
Mm-hmm.
and then when it's available on 4K or 4K UHD, it automatically upgrades it for free. Like you don't have to
So,
rebuy it.
It is
version.
that,
Which is a perk, a
I
good
do
perk.
like that. That is cool, but I don't know. For me, like I like physically holding the cover art. It's like a vinyl record
Yeah.
to me.
Sure.
It's like, and I'm not buying everything.
Or a
Like to me,
CD
it's like
or-
yeah.
yeah.
Like I'm only buying stuff that like I want in a library of movies that I love that I'm going to watch over and over. I can just walk over and look through a catalog of
And
like, and grab this
what's-
and open it
Sure.
and
Yeah.
hold
What's,
it.
Yeah.
What's funny is that what you said exactly is how I do it. Like the only time I'll buy a movie physically for me to own and have is if I'm going to be able to sit down and watch it at least 2 or 3 times.
Right.
It has to be something I
I'm not just
truly
going to buy
love.
something. Oh, you know what? I'm probably only going to watch this once. Or if I watched it in the theater, I don't want to own it because
Yeah.
Right.
But
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I only
I guess
own
that's how
movies
you
I
can
love.
keep it down and
Right.
it doesn't clutter. It
Yeah.
doesn't get
Yeah.
too
I mean,
big of
I
a collection.
definitely don't buy as many as I used to.
But I do.
Right.
Yeah, I
I
used to
do.
buy a
If I
lot.
see a good deal on a DVD, I'll buy it. And then, like for instance, that movie Strangers, I bought it on DVD. I'm only gonna watch it that one time or maybe twice, but I gave it to my mom or gave it
Right.
to my parents. Like,
Right.
oh here,
Yeah,
watch
you
this.
can-
Yeah, just give it away or loan it.
Well, not
Yeah.
only can you give it away or loan it, or like you go back to like a resale shop and get credit for
Yeah.
something else
Yeah.
that you want,
Sure.
or you
Yeah.
can't do that with like a digital
a lot of
file.
mom and pop places
Yeah.
do that, where they'll take and they'll give you credit or
Yeah,
they'll
or
go,
give you
"Oh, know what?
cash."
We don't really have this on our
Yeah.
fucking wall. We'll give you cash for it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's here's another reason why I don't like sometimes streaming media versus physical media. If a movie has different versions, let's say a theatrical cut as opposed to the director's cut, a lot of
Yeah.
times they only release one on streaming media, and you can't watch the version that you maybe want to watch.
Right.
Or let's say like Star Wars. It's only the special. I mean, the special editions have never actually been officially released on Blu-ray either, but you can get them. Like, there's bootlegs out there floating around.
Right.
Mhm.
But streaming media, they're only the special editions. I
Yep.
don't want to watch
The
those.
crappy
They're
ones.
the shitty ones, and it's like.
Right.
What
But
do you-
there's other movies that I can think of. Like, I'm trying to think. Disney Plus has a couple of movies that they're like the wrong versions or they're the censored versions.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to watch that. I want to watch the original,
original,
version.
yeah.
And the physical media is the original version.
Yep.
You know, if you buy the disc version, but the streaming version's like either a censored version or it's like a recut version where stuff's been taken out. I
Right.
don't want that. But I feel like that's the problem with streaming media is the studios are in full control.
Absolutely.
Like, you've given up your. I don't think a lot of people understand that. You've given up the control is all.
Sure.
It's all.
It's like, I can watch this till next month,
Yeah.
and then it's gone.
Yeah.
yeah.
We noticed that a lot on Netflix.
Stuff
even
comes and
for,
goes,
Even
like,
stuff for
constantly.
kids. Like, we'll watch movies for the kids or whatever, and then
It's gone
they're
next
gone.
month.
Gone.
Yeah, and then
you're
they're like,
oh, shit.
yeah, because kids like they want to watch that same movie every day for the next 2 months.
Yes.
So it's like once it's
Yes.
gone, you're like, oh crap!
Shit,
now
what
how
do
do
I
I
do?
find this? Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Some
Which
of
ag-
it's
which-
Story of my life.
Yeah, which again, like people you can buy it, you can like have it in your iTunes
Yeah.
or whatever platform. But again,
Sure.
like going
Why?
back to
Yeah, why should you buy it if Netflix should have it or
Right.
Disney Plus should have it?
I feel like the studios, and they know this. They're not dumb. I feel like they should have every single title that they own in their catalog available, And the problem is they don't.
They don't want to do that.
They don't want to.
They don't want to
that.
have everything
No.
available.
Well, Disney's got
Not
that
only
thing where
that, and
they'll
they-
open the vault every couple
Right.
of years and release
Sure.
something.
They're going to
and then-
continue doing that
and
with
they're-
this Disney Plus.
And they're doing
Like,
that because they know that people are going to go and spend a bajillion dollars on this because, it's only coming out for this year and it won't
Right.
be released for another 10 years or whatever.
Right.
Well, here's the thing that media right now is so saturated that like anything is so accessible, it makes it too easy. The experience has changed a lot. I feel like I know it's somewhat nostalgic, but we used to go out to like Blockbuster Video.
Yeah.
And there's something left to be said about wanting and desiring to go out and find new
That's
stuff as opposed to I can flick a couple buttons and find something.
like
you know?
millennials or like younger audiences,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like they want to flip through a digital file of
Yeah.
cover art where
It's too easy.
it's not the same.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we were like really hungry for like, oh, this is a new horror movie. This is a new sci-fi movie. This looks
It's like
really cool.
it's like finding a cool band that you never heard of, like
Yeah.
flipping through
Yeah.
an,
You don't-
the
can't
cover
do that
art. The
now,
cover art
man.
draws you in.
It's digging for gems.
Yeah, and we had mentioned this before in our one podcast where you were walking into like a record store or a warehouse or whatever Virgin record store, and you saw this one, CD or tape, whatever it was at the time, and it caught your eye. Like, that's how you
Yeah,
became a fan.
right,
Most,
yeah.
not all bands, but some bands where you can't do that now. Now everyone's like, oh, you got to listen to this, you got to listen
Right.
to that, or Instagram says to listen to this guy.
Yeah.
Have you noticed too that
Yeah.
Netflix changes the cover art sometimes?
No, I haven't.
You'll
noticed
just
that.
pay attention to
Yeah.
that. If you see
Oh,
a
yeah.
movie come up,
100%.
like every so often, like
Yep.
you'll see the same title,
Yep.
but they've changed the cover art.
Yes,
It's interesting.
I
wonder why
noticed
they-
that today.
What's the point?
I don't
of
know.
doing
I don't
that?
know if it's like an algorithm of like stuff that you're interested in that you've clicked on, and
Oh.
it does an alternate photo.
Yeah.
It does. I noticed that today with the Spider-Verse Into the on Netflix. It was
Oh, really?
a regular
Wow.
thing.
Poster?
And then, yeah, and
now
then now
it's
it's
not?
like the Spider-Man noir in black and white, dude.
I
Yeah.
think I noticed that when Ted was flipping around earlier.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I noticed that.
Okay.
I didn't notice that until today. That's so funny you mentioned
funny?
that. Yeah.
Yep. For physical media, I go to Atomic. I have a place here in the West Valley called Record Trader, which I like a lot. I still go to the library to get movies.
I've done that too. Like I couldn't find Candyman on any platform.
Right.
It's on Netflix right now, but it's going to be gone in 2 months probably.
Yeah.
I had to go to the library and check it out because I couldn't find it.
I couldn't
They're hard
find
to
it at
find.
all.
I mean, I guess you could probably go
When
to
we were doing our
iTunes and
research,
buy it
Sure.
or
I
whatever.
couldn't find
But
it.
yeah.
I had
Yeah.
to go on YouTube and see clips of it.
Yeah.
That's the only way I couldn't.
What
watch
are
it.
movies on iTunes now for like old movies? Is it $2-3 or more?
Yeah, probably. I know they like run specials and stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just again, like
They do
That's
like that
something else.
genre thing where every month, or not every month, but every couple weeks they change the special. Oh, it's horror, whatever. It's
Okay.
I think that's another issue I have with streaming. The studios are focusing on only the new content, like stuff that's been released in the last 20 to 40 years.
right.
A lot of the old stuff that's like pre 1970, let's say, is not available. It's like I don't think it ever will be on
Right.
streaming, and that to me, like, that's
Yup.
a huge negative.
catalog.
You
yeah.
almost have to
Yep.
find it on like sometimes like Turner Classic or
Yep.
like cable channels. Like
Yeah.
you can like DVR it and have it on a hard drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I can honestly like I feel like I foresee a day where studios just don't sell physical media anymore because it's too expensive. Like maybe the demand goes down. Like if you go in Best Buy, there's like two long racks of movies and that's it.
Yeah, when
Like,
it
it's-
used to be like
oh my
10
gosh,
rows.
Dude,
like
it used to be like half
12
the store.
rows.
absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely. But you got to think like that store space is more valuable for like a washer and dryer set, or you
Yeah.
know what I mean. Like they're gonna make
Sure.
$20 off a Blu-ray or $10. Like
Yeah.
it's scaled back so much.
We have a chain here in Los Angeles called Fry's Electronics. And
Oh
I
my
heard
gosh, it's
so-
sad.
One of my friends, I think it might have been Gary actually, that went in recently, and he said it's sad.
It's
I
a
haven't gone
ghost
in.
town.
like
It's a
cleaned
ghost
out
town.
shelves,
It's sad.
and it's like they say they're not closing. and
They're closing. There have to be. Like I used to go there and find like I bought the Burbs there. I bought trimmers,
Right.
like just like weird stuff you wouldn't find at like
Yep.
Target or Best Buy.
Yeah.
And now it's like I went and I was like, is this the same store? Like there's nothing in that store anymore.
Really?
Wow.
I've
They
been
had
in
the best
Fry's.
selection
weird.
for physical media.
Yeah,
I feel
I remember
like,
Weird like
the
foreign,
retail.
like foreign films and like just
Yeah.
like random horror movies and oddball comedies.
So how many aisles do they have?
Oh,
for
not even
this-
one, maybe one with everything together.
Really?
Maybe,
Wow.
maybe
Yeah.
one, maybe
That's
not
crazy.
even that. Half a rack.
Yep.
Jeez.
Billy, are you experiencing the same thing that we are? By you?
You guys have used to come over to my apartment. I had a ton of DVDs and
Yeah.
a ton of CDs, and I loved. I grew up in an era when all that stuff was great. I had VHSs, and I do agree. I think it's just a clutter issue. Like over the years and moving, it's kind of a pain in the ass to keep bringing stuff over. Like I don't watch any of these things that I have. It's just kind of like
cool to look at.
It's just sitting there, and like I've gone to a couple of flea markets lately and bought a used DVD that I kind of wouldn't mind watching for like $2 or $3.
Yeah.
But there's nothing, honestly, there's nothing I really want. There's nothing I would think of in the past 10 years or so that we didn't want to buy, because it'll be on and I have been a convert. I've converted over to the streaming era, and I just kind of watched that, and I have Apple Music. I don't buy albums anymore when I have access to any album I want to listen to.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's just kind of like easier. It's a matter of convenience.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like over like the holidays, I recently bought like 4K Blu-rays, and they're older like I bought The Shining, I bought E.T., I bought Gremlins. Like it's these new transfers and releases where it's like movies that I loved, and like Billy said, it is a clutter issue. I do agree with that. And like Billy and I, when stuff would come out on, what was it, like Tuesdays or Fridays? Like
Tuesday.
I would buy like every season of 24 because there wasn't a streaming service then.
Yeah,
like
that's right.
if you like the show, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna buy that because I loved it.
Yeah.
And put it in your collection. Now it's like I've never gone back and watched one of those 24, one of those episodes.
Yeah.
I have so much stuff that I could sell right now, and it's more of just like keeping the things that you'll like.
Repeat viewings, like George says,
like
stuff you really love.
Right, like Shout Factory and Scream Factory does great like old horror movies, and they have the cover art is like the original art, and then you can flip it, and it's a new commissioned artwork.
Halloween 2, I think it is. I bought that one.
Right,
or
like 3,
2 and 3.
2 and 3, yeah. But they're beautiful. Like they really take care of like doing new interviews and new scans and new artwork, and it's
the
super
artwork thing
cool.
is, I just to me that's really neat that they like.
Include
do
the
an
original,
alternate, and you can flip it and leave it up to the buyer to choose what they want.
Right.
I love that.
Also,
about
Criterion is another company that does really good work on.
I used to love
stuff.
Criterion's old DVD.
I mean,
Laserdisc
working at a record store and working at a video store for the longest time, I just hoarded a bunch of stuff because I was like, oh, I want all this stuff. I need all this stuff. And then after, I don't know, I guess I get older, you're like, I don't need this. Like, all my music is on my computer, and all my viewing stuff is on a TV. And I have like 3 streaming services I subscribe to, so like I don't really need anything anymore.
I guess too that was at a time when like you were hoarding on the CDs and DVDs and stuff, and like it was before a time where you couldn't stream that stuff.
No,
that was really the only way to get that stuff.
Exactly.
Like like if we move on to music, like I very rarely buy music anymore. Like I stream it on YouTube. Like if it's an artist that I really like, I'll go out and buy the vinyl, or I'll buy the CD. I haven't bought a vinyl in a long time, but like I'll buy the CD new. Like I still play a disc in my car if I really like the artist, because I know I'm going to listen to it from beginning to end. I feel like, I don't know, in a way, like maybe the artist makes more money off of physical media than streaming.
Do you find it rare now where you can listen to a complete album? Like, I don't know what.
That's what I mean.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's true. It's so single based now, but it's like it's really like the new Pearl Jam. I'll probably buy that because I want to listen to the whole album. Versus like a song here or there.
Right.
Sure.
So
because I'm old school like that, where I want to listen from the beginning to the end, and it's rare now. It's like I can count on one hand how many like albums I've heard all the way through and been like, okay, this is awesome.
Right.
From beginning to end, to where you listen and like by song 3, you're like, what the fuck is this order they're doing?
I feel like they were more structured.
That's something I've been doing a lot lately on Apple Music, is like going back and listening to artists that I haven't listened to any of their albums. I listen to like their greatest hits. So I'll go back and listen to like whole albums. I'm like, wow, listen to all this like stuff I didn't even know existed.
Right.
So I mean,
But did you notice that it was
like
more
an option
structured
now.
back then? Like there was
I feel like there was more of a concept for an album though.
Sure.
Now it's like just 3 singles and like 6 other songs that you're like
Filler.
They're a filler. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
They're filler.
It's so weird.
Music-wise, CDs, like physical media, I think music I feel a little differently than movies for some reason. I am more open to like just like going on YouTube and like downloading the video and converting it to
I agree.
MP3.
An MP3 format. Yeah. But there is one genre of music that I think you know what I'm going to say. Movie scores are still released by the small labels, physical.
Right.
I buy those because it's the only way to get them. And I do like that they still put out the physical media, because you buy a, let's say I bought
You want to
Squirter.
read? You want to read that information?
There's liner notes, like detailed
like
liner,
that.
like a whole booklet that comes with them, and it's detailed information about each individual track and
Right.
stuff.
What's the name of that company?
There's La La Land and then Entrada. They both do really do
High quality.
high quality, very good.
Let me ask
Good
you
work.
this: do you actually listen to the physical media?
Oh yeah,
I think it's superior.
yeah.
Like the quality
It's
of the
sound.
audio is not
But
compressed.
see, again,
Yeah,
like
that's
that's a Blu-ray disc is going to be superior to anything you stream.
Oh, for
You're
sure
going
it
to lose information in the stream.
And what's
the
Right.
bit rate.
Let me jump in real quick. And it's funny because we're all in with the exception of Billy, we're all in post-production. And we unfortunately have that eye to where when you're watching something streaming as opposed to something that we're used to watching,
Sure.
like at the movie theater or on Blu-ray, you see the fucking.
Yeah, you can see
I
artifacts.
watched The
Ooh,
Irishman
it's
on
bad.
Netflix streaming,
laughs,
and
dude.
It was it kept taking me out of it because it would like stutter every once in a while. and,
People have
like,
told me HBO's streaming services are awful.
It's
The black
the
levels are
worst, dude.
terrible.
It
Yeah,
looks
I noticed
gray.
that too
Yeah.
on
It's
streaming.
gray.
A lot of times
It's
black
not
levels
true
are
black. It's
horrible.
gray.
Yeah.
Like it totally fucks you up. And even Amy, who's not like she's in post production, but she's not like she doesn't do like what we do.
Tech side,
She
yeah.
sees it. She's
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, this is
It
horrible."
looks terrible.
Yeah.
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 I was gonna say something else. Oh, back
Music?
to Blu-ray.
Oh, quality.
No, it was more about like why. Another reason why I like having certain stuff like physical media. You guys are gonna laugh. I bought the Columbo box set on Blu-ray like about 2 years ago. It's only available in Japan, and
Nice.
it was $400.
Was it the alternate
It's
where
expensive.
his eye actually does work?
No, it shoots lasers. It's like
Whoa!
it's like show them my thing.
laser beam.
Sorry.
It's really cool if you can look it up whenever on eBay or whatever, Amazon. It comes in like a cigar box.
Wow.
Looks like a wood cigar box.
Yeah.
You open it up, it's like in this like
That's actually
shaped
pretty cool.
foam. It comes with an actual book, like a thick book like this much.
Mm-hmm.
Each page is like it goes in order from the first episode all the way to the end. Each episode is in there, has photos, the
That's
original
awesome.
release
Sounds
date,
great.
That is
the
great.
director, the cast. And it has like all kinds of trivia and stuff. You'll never see that with streaming media.
No,
but
fuck
that's like
no.
something that
It's just
a
not
lot
the same either.
Yeah,
even
but
if
a lot
even
of-
if they scan that stuff.
it wouldn't be the same. But like that's the kind of stuff I appreciate because like a lot of time and a lot of effort went into making that, and a lot of love went
if
into
you're a
making
huge
that.
fan of that
Yeah.
TV episode, that's like that's awesome. That's,
Yeah, but I feel like
perk.
with streaming, they would that won't happen, and
Well-
it's like it's kind of sad to me that. Yeah, it's like I don't want that kind of stuff to go away.
Go away.
Yeah,
I
I want
have-
them to still continue making stuff. Like
I've got
that.
a digibook for The Exorcist. So it's like both versions of The Exorcist, and it's thick, dude. You open it up, and it's like tons of production pages, like William Friedkin notes. Like it's I don't know, it's special. Like
Yeah,
it's you
yeah.
can sit down and hold it and
That
read,
Columbo book.
and read
I always,
stuff.
I'll whip it out every once in a while and just look through it. I'm like, it's
It's cool.
because it's and back to the music, like the movie scores I buy. Those booklets they come with, they're high quality. There's tons of photos. The liner notes are very detailed. Sometimes they'll go into detail like each track and like tell you like how many takes they did, when it was recorded, like
That's
the
good.
instruments that were used
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff,
awesome.
and go into detail.
That's cool.
And it's cool to read. It's like reading a book,
Right.
know. And streaming media, there's nothing. They don't
no,
do that. For
no,
streaming
nothing
stuff.
can compare to. I mean, they can add extras if you buy it on iTunes and all that. You can do commentary, but again, I don't know.
It's not the same. To
It's
me.
not. Like, here's how crazy it was. Like, I was at a birthday party, and I was like, oh, yeah, something movies. Oh, by the way, because I still buy Blu-rays. And this lady laughed. I was like, wow.
She
Like,
laughed?
Is it,
Like-
yeah, like, oh, you still buy Blu-rays? Like,
Really? She laughed?
I was like, wow, like, for being in this town, and you would think that's, like, is that crazy? I mean, maybe it is. Maybe
I don't think it is.
Maybe, I mean, most people that I work with, like, they don't buy physical media.
Yeah, they
like,
don't.
I feel like
the
I'm
younger
one,
generation.
I
they
feel like
don't.
I'm one of the last ones, like,
Yeah.
that still does.
Dude, I feel like a lot of people don't know better, though. I don't think they realize that, like, the
Well, no,
media that's available on streaming is very limited. It's not like, let's say Warner Brothers. I'm just throwing their name out randomly. Let's say Warner Brothers has a catalog of 5,000 movies that they own the rights to that they could put on streaming media if they wanted to. How much of that percentage of those 5,000 movies? How many of those are actually on streaming media right now? It's probably like, I don't even know if it's a tenth. It's probably
Wow,
less. Than
really?
Right.
Do people know that? Do they realize like
No.
that most of these movies aren't available? I don't think most people do.
Well-
and that's the problem I have with the streaming media because it's over time people are just going to forget like about these
Titles.
movies and titles, and I don't think that's
Right.
not right.
That's
and
true.
It pisses me off because the studios are the ones that created these movies from like let's say 50 years ago.
Yeah.
and they don't care either. They're like they don't give a shit
Yeah.
about those older. But to me, that's like doing a huge disservice to like movies or film.
But I really think that's a business move.
Oh, for sure.
Like you don't want to have
It's-
your whole,
Catalog out
catalog
there.
available.
But
You
why
know,
not? I get it.
I mean-
that it costs money to do.
No,
it's
it's not
have
that.
to spend
it's just
money to.
it generates, desire and okay, we
But
can
then
get that now, but maybe
lot-
later we'll get it. That kind of thing.
But a lot of movies they never even released on DVD. They still haven't.
Right.
Those movies are probably never going to get released.
You know, it's weird.
And
There's some like old, like hard to find horror movies that aren't on, especially Blu-ray. Some aren't even on DVD, and you can find them on like Netflix. Like it's weird that they were never released on physical, but you can find
That
them.
is odd, yeah.
on
Pumpkinhead
like a-
2?
Probably. Oh, I just saw that DVD the other day, actually.
Damn.
But not to say that like Blu-rays or DVDs, especially like they go out of print. Like there's things
They
that
do.
I used to go to Amoeba, and it's like, why am I going to pay like $1,000 for
Yeah.
a VHS copy of Rad?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like there are times when those things, like even physical, goes out of print. Like,
Yeah,
but the
or
good
they,
thing is
they
when a
lose the
physical-
rights to it or whatever.
Yeah, the good thing is if you
You bought it.
bought it,
Yeah,
you
they-
have it forever.
Yeah.
It's-
Warner Brothers.
you got it.
Fuck
You have it.
get
Streaming
one
media.
of me.
If they take it away and never have any intent to bring it back, you're screwed.
Right.
You don't.
Right.
You can't.
Well,
ever-
there was a story I think like a year or two ago where like somebody posted on Twitter they bought something on like an iTunes or one of those services where like they owned it, but whoever the company was that had the rights lost the rights and they deleted
Oh.
it from their account.
Yeah, I've heard of
It's
that
like,
happening.
dude, you bought that. You
That's-
should own that.
that's
But you
right,
know
because
what?
they give
You-
digital copies
Yeah,
with
like
each
you don't
movie now.
truly own that stuff.
You don't, and that's why I don't. I think a lot of people don't realize that the studios have like full control. They want you to think that you own these titles, but they could, like you said, with that instance where the company lost the rights, they could just take it away from
Right.
you, even though you paid for it.
Right.
They could take it away from you. Whereas physical media, you buy it, no one can take that from you.
You got to come in my house.
Yeah, someone
Yeah.
a burglar has to come
Yeah.
and steal it from you physically. The studio can't come knocking on your door and go, "We want our movie back. That we lost the rights to showing this."
Nope, that'll never
But
happen.
with streaming media, they can do it, and it's like there's
instantly.
nothing you can do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Thief in the Night
It's like
stole my digital copy
that's
of
a big.
Dragnet.
That's a big for me. That's a huge knock against streaming media right now.
Yeah.
Is that right there that you can lose something that you paid for, and it's out of your control, and you can you may never be able to watch it again.
Right.
I don't. That shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, I do like
It's
what you
true.
said about like if you have internet issues or it's buffering or stuff like that. Like, I do think it's cool that like Netflix in a way like embraced like let's say Stranger Things, like something that's like super popular. They released it on like Blu-ray.
I do
Like,
like
that's
that.
super cool.
I'm assuming an Irishman will be eventually released.
Oh,
on Blu-ray, right?
absolutely.
If they should, that's a good point. Like, if something's really popular, they should release.
sure
it
they
on
will.
Blu-ray.
They-
like Orange Is the New Black. I think you can get like a box set or
can,
something
yeah.
like that. Like
Yep.
it is
That's true.
cool. Like
Yeah.
I do like that you have that. I mean, most people have Netflix and will just watch it on Netflix rather than buy the Blu-ray. Like,
Yeah.
but it's cool to have that as an option. Like, I bought it because it looks like, again, like you said, like it looks like a VHS
It
box.
does.
Like it's a cool
True.
packaging. Like an
that
artist
season
like
two?
took time to create this.
Was that season 2 box set or
1 and 2 or
It was
it's
1
kind
and
of the
2.
same. Yeah, they look like an old like 80s rental VHS.
Yeah, it's like real retro.
It's super
looking.
cool.
And what's funny is they
It's
all
fun.
fit in the box, the whole set,
Yeah.
and it's still the same size.
yeah, it's a big box.
Yep. On the flip side, what I don't like about physical media is the forced play trailers at the beginning.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I sit there and go forward. You try to like go through
Skipping
that.
through 'em.
Sometimes it doesn't let you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sometimes
Oh
it
yeah, it
doesn't.
says what does it say?
Oh yeah,
Action not available. or
Yeah.
something.
Don't make me
Yes.
watch 5
Yeah.
Renee Zellweger trailers.
I have noticed on old DVDs, you put the DVD in, it goes straight to the
Yeah.
Paramount logo or whatever.
Straight up,
but it's
dude.
the new stuff.
It's the new stuff that
They load it with
they jam
tons
pack
of
it with
trailers.
trailers.
Right.
And stuff.
Forced play trailers.
Have you noticed too? Like if you get like a Blu-ray that's connected, you're connected to the internet. It'll like load up and play like it can play like a newer.
Oh, really? No, I
yeah,
didn't know that.
I think it can play like a newer trailer.
It reads off the.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. No, I've never seen that.
Oh, I didn't
That's
know that
crazy.
either. Yep.
You know who the real loser is in this streaming war?
Who?
those lonely porno video store back rooms.
Thank God.
Nobody has to go back there anymore and
Yeah.
hide and grab all those boxes and walk out.
That is
Now they
hilarious,
just go
dude.
home and turn
I
on the
remember-
computer.
I didn't do that.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, there was one in Hollywood, right across the street from this. I used to go to this newsstand before I'd go to work and buy like magazines or comic books or whatever. And there was a adult video store right across the street.
Oh,
and you
shit.
see people walking in and out of there, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Getting shamed.
Yeah, it's
Hey, we know
so
what you're doing in there.
crazy, dude. It's like, oh.
I remember Brad and I used to go to this place called Odyssey Video in North Hollywood.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that.
See?
And like
I remember
they
that.
had a big back room, and like you would see dudes coming out with like carts
Yes,
full of videos.
dude.
I'm like,
What?
how many
They
videos
had
do you
they had
need?
those little baskets, like the
Yes.
shopping, like at Ralph's. They have those little hand cart, the little baskets. Dudes would come out of there with like 6 or 10 fucking videos.
Oh, my
and
God.
I'm like, wow, dude, you got a lot of time on your hands.
That was Darth Brett.
Well, that's yeah, that's terrible.
Look at his forearms.
Well, like that goes back to something else where like, yeah, we lost video stores because of physical media going away in a way.
Yeah.
Like I used to go, like Billy and I, like Tuesdays was like 99-cent new release at Odyssey. So like you'd show up, it's like brand new movies, not dirty movies, but like, you know,
No, yeah.
the new
Yeah.
release movies were
Yeah.
like $1. Like
They
it
were
was
only
great.
$1,
and
dude.
they had a great, like you could
Yeah.
find hard to find like foreign films or like hard to
Yeah.
find, you know, whatever titles. Like it was a great video store.
That's cool.
Yeah. The one I
But
used to go to.
I mean, you and I, we still go get Redbox movies.
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do
You're-
too.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up. I
yeah.
forgot about that. Like, that's another thing where, like, you know, people at work are like, "Oh, did you see this?" I was like, "Yeah, I Redboxed it." They're like, "What? You got to like drive all the way to 7-Eleven
To
drive-"
Ralph's.
And I'm like, "Dude, I have a 7-Eleven at the end of my street. I get a promo code. It's like 80 cents for a Blu-ray. I'm not spending $7 to rent
Yeah.
it."
Yeah,
And
win-win.
there's a 7-Eleven right there. You get
I-
a Slurpee,
Every
bro.
corner, or
Come on.
go to the grocery
I
store.
miss when you could rent movies from Netflix physical. I used to.
Oh, I used to
I
get
did
them all the
three-
time.
I do
That's
3
how
at a
I started
time.
my
Yeah.
Netflix account.
Dude,
was getting
I mean,
physical.
It was like
You get three.
$7 a month.
Yeah,
and you got,
awesome.
Do you also remember you got the streaming for free back then?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You can do them both.
But see, then it was terrible because like you would have to wait like 3 months for the new movies to go on streaming. So like Billy and I got like 3 discs at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
used to
what we
do
used
3
to
at a
do.
time.
I can't
Yeah.
believe I rented that many movies at a time.
I used
Me
to
too.
watch
We used
tons
to
of movies back
fly
then.
through them, dude. I remember that.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
and they have a
time.
great catalog too, like stuff that wasn't
Huge.
available on streaming.
Well,
Yeah.
they bought out.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Didn't they buy out Blockbuster's
Oh, did they?
library?
Not
Yeah.
at that point. Not at that point. Oh, what are you talking about?
Netflix?
The disc stuff?
Yeah.
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
I don't
Remember
think that.
that.
I do, but like
Because I
you
had
said,
I had
Netflix-
a Blockbuster
Yeah.
account that would do the exact same thing. They
Well,
would
they-
ship you.
Yeah,
Well,
Blockbuster
yeah.
has
So
the
they
same.
tried to do their own
then
shipping
they-
service.
yeah,
Yeah,
and they blew
Dude,
up.
I remember at the 99-cent store there was a Blockbuster Video, almost like a Redbox machine.
Oh my god.
I do
weren't there
remember
long.
that.
No,
Yep.
they weren't there long.
Oh, my
Yeah, that
goodness.
obviously didn't last.
No, not at all. I remember that.
I just saw something on Twitter where Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix.
Yeah.
for
I heard
like,
about that deal.
Oh, and they
and
passed?
they passed.
They passed
and,
on
and
it.
that was
Shit.
their, demise.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Rot in hell, Blockbuster.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, I will say, like, yeah, we can bag on Blockbuster, but like, I found a lot of cool movies there.
Dude,
like,
I remember being excited walking into Blockbusters and then running up to the return thing to make sure that
Right.
you're getting the movie.
Yeah.
Dude,
I have a question.
I agree.
awesome.
You know how like in music, vinyls got big again?
Yeah.
Do you think that'll happen with movies where like discs could get big again?
I don't,
Like a
I don't-
retro
I don't
kind
think
of
that-
fad?
I don't think they're gone far enough
No.
to that extent right now.
No, that's true.
True.
But do you think
maybe
there's that possibility maybe like
maybe
down the line
Yeah.
or that could happen?
I don't think people growing up now are that interested in that.
No, they're
they
not.
They want stuff fast and they want it now.
Yeah,
That's
they don't
true.
want it, and they don't want that physical copy. They don't want that
But aren't a lot
the
of young
burden of
kids
having all that shit.
are a lot of young kids in the vinyl? I thought young kids are still like
No, the vinyl.
Some
yeah,
kids
it's
are
like-
into vinyl.
Dude, some young kids, they buy, like, bands release stuff on cassette tape now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
shit.
any
Yeah.
cassette tapes.
I know vinyl's big. Like
At
all
all,
the bands now that have like special pre-order for the vinyl
Oh, right.
edition.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're like 180 gram, like they're like better quality.
Yeah, they're usually like they're
sound-
higher quality.
They sound great.
So much better.
I've bought a
dude.
ton of
Oh
stuff
my
on there. I
God.
haven't bought anything in a long. Like, can you remember the last physical CD or vinyl you bought? I can't.
I bought
can't.
Batman a 2-disc vinyl like last year, and I buy, like I said, movie scores. I probably buy about 4 or 5 a year.
Yeah.
I do still buy those
Like-
because there's no other way to get them.
Right.
They're only put out by those indie labels,
Yeah.
and they're very small print runs. Sometimes they only produce 1,000 of one, 1,000 copies. So
Have you bought any physical
buy
media music, Billy?
I bought a Dave Matthews Band live CD of the Bowl show that I was at out in LA, but that was like a special release. It has to be something
Special.
honestly, like special for me to buy it, because I don't even have a disc drive on my laptop anymore. So I have to buy like an external thing to put up my music on there. So it's almost like really not worth me buying it.
I'm glad you brought that up too. It's almost like companies are forcing you out. Like cars now, a lot of cars don't even come with a CD player anymore.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it makes it harder.
Or a cigarette lighter.
or an ashtray.
Yeah, that makes it kind of. Yeah, it sucks, but yeah, it makes it really difficult for you to even continue using that.
Right.
And they're phasing it out.
You almost have to buy one and have it installed, or an external player.
Yeah.
That goes
Now,
USB in.
Like music, I am that because I do have an MP3 player. That I'm more open to, like in a car.
I agree. Me too.
I'm not as against that.
I listen to a ton of
little
podcasts
different.
and stuff on YouTube when I'm driving.
Yeah. That is a little different
Just
to
Bluetooth.
Because you're moving, you're in a car. I don't expect you to have physical media, maybe,
I still do.
But at home, I definitely...
I have it in my, like, side
Believe it or not, I
console.
still have like a CD booklet in my car.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still, it's fun to this day. I can pull it out right now and show you guys.
I'll usually rip my CD, put it on my hard drive, and then put it on my MP3 player. So
Right.
Yep.
when I'm in my house, I'll listen to the physical disc, but in my car, I just have it on the MP3 player.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. To me, there's more cons, I'd say, with streaming media than there is with physical media.
For me, the biggest thing is just the quality when you're watching something and you can see the stutter. It's so horrible.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Like I said, when I watched The Irishman, a couple of times I was kind of like, I wanted to stop it. I was like, I can't take this anymore. It would like start stuttering.
Oh, really?
And buffering.
It's from the
and, like,
shitty conversion. That's what it is.
yeah, or it would like
Oh.
like the compression was really bad.
Oh, right.
Like, you could see like the pixelation. Like
How do you view your Netflix? What's it through? What device?
the TV. I just go through the Blu-ray player. Like
How fast is your Wi-Fi?
through the TV. The Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
It's fast. I
Yeah,
don't know what.
dude,
couple
I've got
hundred?
a Fire Stick,
Yeah.
and
I
we've
wanna
got like
s-
the highest, whatever the highest setting on.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
and you
like
get it
stream-
bad too?
and we still get it. We get
See, I was
buffering issues.
Pixelation, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was going to say it might be your device, because like I used to stream Netflix through my Blu-ray. Dude, it was at times it was terrible. It was blocky.
I
It was
do it through my
It was
Blu-ray,
terrible. And then I got an Amazon Fire box, and it's great. It looks
Oh.
great.
Yeah.
So it might be the actual device you're using.
This is Roku. It's good.
But I mean, all that
I wanna
doesn't
get a
matter if
Roku.
you're like
I'm sold
if you're
on
a
those.
kid
I wanna-
watching movies on an iPhone.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
that's
sure.
that. I don't think the younger generation will even know that there's other
don't
options.
care.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they don't know there's other options.
It's
true.
funny
Yeah.
that you bring that up because now I see like younger, like people at work, and they're on their break or whatever, and they're watching movies on their iPhone.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh,
to
yeah.
me, that's
Eating,
like
watching
so.
a movie.
Yeah.
I can't
And
stand.
I'm like, wow, I
that's
can't
no
I
way
do
to
it,
watch
but I
a
don't
movie.
That
prefer
gets
it.
just what, and it sound. I probably sound like an 80-year-old man, but that like it gives me anxiety when I see that. I'm just like,
It's convenience, just like
Yeah.
listening to
I
music
feel like
on your
that's
phone.
like that's no way to watch a movie.
Like I can understand
No, it's
listening
You're
to
not
music
getting the full
while you're just
experience.
Even a
on
chilling
TV
and
show.
eating or something, but to watch a movie, some device that small, like that I
It's
can't.
ruining the movie. You're not
Yeah.
gonna be
I'd
able
rather
to see
wait.
stuff.
Get off my lawn.
Same thing with trailers. Like, if something's released while I'm at work, I'd rather wait till I get home.
Have you guys
Yeah.
ever seen Inception on an iPhone? It's beautiful.
But you're not gonna like. I don't care how good your screen looks on your phone. You're not gonna see details
No,
and stuff
no,
on there
no.
that you would like on your TV at home. You're not. There's gonna be stuff you miss.
Right.
Yeah.
And the audio too. The sound is not gonna be good on your earbuds.
Nope.
It's not
Dude.
gonna sound like it should.
This is kind of similar to what you're saying, but like I love the John Carpenter The Thing movie. The doctor has a nose ring. Like I never noticed that like on my 50-inch until I saw it in the theater. I
Yeah.
was like,
Wow.
oh my god, like just like a little detail like that. Like until I saw it on a big screen, I was like, oh wow. And then I went
that's
back and
funny.
looked on my TV. I was like, oh, I see it now.
yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
crazy. I
But
never even noticed
I
that.
think when I used to
It's
watch it on
weird.
TV back in the when it would have been in standard def,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever noticed.
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
It wasn't until I bought it on Blu-ray.
It's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the next thing. How long's a theater experience gonna last?
that I don't think will ever go away.
I mean, I love going to the movies, man, but
Me
I
too.
seriously have been like not going lately, and it's just because of quality of movies, honestly.
Yeah, there's really nothing I want to see. And it's what's funny is too. There's like been some really awesome movies on Netflix, which is crazy.
I'd say I'd average about a half dozen movies a year now.
Yeah.
Like in the
if
theater?
that for me.
I thought there was good stuff in 2019. There
There was.
It was
You know
better
what?
than the year before.
I think you're right, dude. 2019, it did bring me back to the movie theater.
Yeah, I thought there was better
Previous
stuff.
years, there was where it was like I'd be like, why?
Like
There's still stuff though. Like I saw 1917 in the theater.
I wished I
There's
would have
no
seen that.
way-
I saw it at home, and I wished I would have seen that on the big
That's
screen.
the kind of stuff that like you can
have
only
to
experience
experience
it in the
it, yeah.
big screen. Like that.
Terrible.
Like
That's the kind of
whispers.
cinema.
Physical media.
That's the kind of cinematic experience that it can never be replicated at home. Like you really have to see that kind of movie on the big screen to appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So that's why I don't think
Sandwiches.
movies will never go away. Movie theaters, because there's experiences like that you just can't. You can't experience at home. I don't care how good your theater
how good your
is.
home,
It's not
home
going to be.
system.
The,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like going to a concert. Like that's that
Yeah.
live experience. Like
It
getting
can
out-
never be replicated.
getting in your car and going.
I saw the trailer. What movie did I see? I think it was when I saw Rise of Skywalker. They showed the trailer to Christopher Nolan's new movie.
Oh yeah.
It's in IMAX, and I saw Rise of Skywalker in IMAX. Any movie you see in IMAX, that's something you can't experience
Replicate
that at
at
home.
home.
IMAX is like if you go to a true IMAX screen where it's like 100 feet tall, it's
I got one.
awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
What's that?
I got one.
Got one? What?
Go ahead.
An IMAX.
Oh, at home. I thought you had
Yeah.
a title you were gonna say.
Yeah, that's what
I was
I
like,
thought.
what's the movie?
I know. I was
I'm waiting
like, what
for
movie's that?
like.
But dude, like Interstellar. Well, it was Dunkirk. Dunkirk was shot completely in IMAX.
God, I still gotta
I saw
see
that
that.
in the theater.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
That movie. That was like it was like going on a ride at Disneyland. It was like an experience. I didn't care for the movie that much, but just the experience of feeling that movie on the IMAX screen, like the scenes where they're dogfighting. It actually, like, you started to get motion sickness. Like, it started to feel like you're like actually like flipping,
yeah.
doing
Oh,
a barrel roll.
Oh wow.
Crazy.
You can't. There's no way you could get that at home. That's
Yeah.
only going to happen. And I hope that never goes away. Like that's something
I don't
that
think
like
it will. I don't think.
I don't think it will either. But it shouldn't. Like that's something that
I really am waiting for like an Oculus 3D hologram concert experience. And I think we're pretty close to like being able to watch like Coachella like in 3D from like home.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
How much now do you think they would
Couchella?
charge you tickets to see that?
Coachella.
They're going to charge you $400 still.
They probably will.
Yeah, they'll charge
They're
you
not going to.
$4.99.
They're not going to slash the price.
It won't be
in
on
half.
YouTube's
Do you smell all the dirty hippies?
Yes, you do.
with smell-o-vision.
Yeah. Real quick, how many movies would you say offhand that you own on Blu-ray? I'll just go around in the table.
On Blu-ray?
On Blu-ray.
Like,
Blu-ray
yeah, like
or
DVD,
DVD.
like DVD and Blu-rays.
Blu-ray and DVD.
Mm.
If you
I'll
had to put
probably
it
have like 300.
Okay, so that's a decent amount, George.
Fuck. That's a good question, dude. Because we downsized a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause we had a lot of doubles, so we either gave them away or donated a bunch of them.
Mhm.
I would say less than 100.
Okay. Tej.
I put a lot of mine into albums now, so I would say a couple hundred.
Okay.
Hundreds, if not 1,000. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. I have.
Yeah.
Dude, I have like so many now where it's like they're rowed up, they're across in a row on a bookshelf, and now I have to stack them up
Like this
above
way.
that too.
Yeah.
Vertically.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I cleaned some out recently, and I could probably do another pass. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I just don't watch,
Yeah.
and I'm just like kind of like rebuying stuff that I either had on DVD and now I want like the newer version. So yeah, it's definitely
We did, like,
upper hundreds for sure.
We did a purge where we did that, where we
Yeah.
laid everything down on the It was funny. We laid it down.
When's the last time you watched this?
Yes.
Will you ever watch this again?
Yes.
Yeah.
We either
Ooh,
gave them
clean
away
house.
to my parents or to friends
Yeah.
or whatever, or we went and donated.
But again, that's cool. It's like you can give them to people
Yeah.
or donate them.
I give them, dude, a good portion of my horror ones to my parents, dude.
Yeah.
Because I know my
Yeah.
mom.
Right.
They'll watch it.
Yeah.
They don't have streaming services. They
Yeah.
still have just basic cable.
Yeah.
And their freaking DVD or Blu-ray player that we bought them a couple Christmases ago.
Mhm.
And they
Yeah.
still watch it.
Some movies I'll buy out of necessity. Like, I'll be really inspired to watch something. Like
what?
I feel like I generally don't go out like Black Friday and do that kind of thing. Where every once in a while, like the last movie I think I really wanted to watch was Better Off Dead, and I
Great.
realized I didn't have a copy of it,
So you went out
and I looked for it, and it was somewhere accessible for $9.99.
I
Yeah.
found,
And it was an amazing
Was it
transfer. It was
Blu-ray
like
or DVD?
Blu-ray.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! I found
Yeah.
the DVD at like a thrift store for like $2.
Yeah, the Blu-ray is immaculate.
$2.
$2. I want my $2.
Great movie.
Yeah, I should get that Blu-ray. But again, that's what I'll do. Like I say, I won't do it, and then I'm like, I have the DVD.
How many
but I
like
could
how many
get a
Blu-rays have
Blu-ray.
you guys bought? Let's say in the last year.
Yeah.
How many what?
A lot.
Blu-rays have you bought in the last year?
Blu-rays?
Zero.
Zero? Really?
Yeah.
What about you, bro?
A lot. 30,
Yeah, I've probably maybe not that many. Probably about
maybe more.
12,
I don't
13.
know. Like I bought a lot on Black Friday. They were great deals.
yeah.
But I bought a lot recently.
I was buying more. Like when I was working, I was buying more. After I got laid off, I had to cut down on that. But I think like when I was working still, I think that year I probably bought like you said like 20, 30.
Yeah.
I would
buying,
say
like
for
a
me, it
half
was
dozen,
like
maybe
pre-kids,
5.
We were buying. We'd go to Target and they'd have like the
like a value bin.
yeah, like
or
a
something.
value bin, or if there
I
was a
love
movie that
Target
we
has
were going to
great
watch.
deals.
Yeah, they do.
Like say for instance, I remember the Harry Potter series when I didn't latch onto that till like the fourth one.
Mhm.
So Amy and I went to Target and bought
the first
the
Right.
first
three.
four,
Right.
and then bought them. We binged them, and then
Yeah.
we bought them.
Target does cool stuff where they're like buy two get one free sometimes. So it's like
that's cool. I
You
didn't
know,
know
if there's
that.
like
Or a lot of times they just have like it's only that week, but they'll have like maybe a group of like 10 different titles, and they're all $5.
yeah, right.
Like, I'll always look and be like, if it's something I really like, I'll be like, "Pfft, I think I
Yeah.
got Terminator 2 for $5 at Target.
The Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm. Like it's
great.
A couple of years ago, and Deadpool was $5 once.
It's awesome.
It's like they,
I
they
think
had
that's the
Jaws,
last
I think
DVD
I
I
got for
bought,
$5.
and that's because you.
That's great.
You texted the
Which one was it?
the Deadpool or what was it? It
Oh,
was a
maybe
steel
it was-
book.
Oh, yeah, it was like a different cover, maybe.
Yes, and Brad texted. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I think that was the last
Yeah.
one I bought, and that was like 3 years ago.
But again,
maybe?
it's like stuff like that too. Like sometimes, like for Halloween, they'll do like new cover art for certain movies.
Yeah.
Like just
That's
like
one
that.
of the
It's
last
just fun
Blu-rays
stuff.
I bought.
Yeah.
I think was it Halloween 3 or 2?
Oh, right.
Which
I
one
think
was
you bought
more
them
recent?
both.
I did, but which one was more recent? Like when was it 3 that came out? more
3, I
recent?
think.
I think 3 was the last one I bought.
Yeah.
Billy, when was the last Blu-ray that
I
you
think you
bought?
just bought some at a thrift store, he said, or a
Yeah,
flea market.
I go like every once in a while flea marketing and looking around for stuff, and I bought like
That's cool.
the original Dumbo, Running Man,
Nice.
Tropic Thunder, and like Jaws on Bluray for like
Those Disney
good
ones.
stuff.
$2 a pop.
The
But see-
Disney
Wow.
ones are
Wow.
fucking
Great.
gorgeous.
But see, that's
dude.
the thing is
Blu-rays.
like he bought Dumbo, and I think they censored Dumbo on Disney Plus, didn't
No,
they?
they didn't.
Or they put a car.
They just put a warning out.
Yeah.
Well, no, for a minute they said they weren't going to put it on, but then they ended up going with the card, right?
Yeah, they just have a warning.
Yeah.
Like they have warnings for like movies that you wouldn't even think would be offensive, though.
But God, I don't even want to
Yeah.
start with that shit, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, they rewrite their history.
Fucking offensive.
yeah.
Well, I think we've had a good discussion tonight,
Fun.
and
This was
Fun.
awesome.
I hope
Yeah, I really enjoyed
our
this.
audience is informed and uplifted, because that's what we do. We uplift and we inform. We're 5 dudes with views.
Good night.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to the 5 Dudes of Views podcast. Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Libsyn, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, and now YouTube. And while you're on there, be sure to download, rate, and subscribe. We think that we deserve a 5 rating, honestly. You can also check us out on Instagram and Twitter at 5 Dudes Views, and we also are on Facebook. Everybody out there, stay safe. Until next time.